Welcome back, or welcome,
show!
or welcome to
Welcome
the first.
back to the
To the
show.
When you
Welcome back
edit.
to the show. Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you had a grand motherfucking week.
And if this is your first time, welcome to the show. Period.
Hey,
You know, I'm fucking Tony,
I'm fucking Ethan.
and together we're fucking.
E.T. HomeGrown.
It felt like an iCarly situation
I
there, you know.
I was trying to think, what's that? Syrup and spaghetti? I was trying to syrup tacos.
The spaghetti tacos. I don't know
That's
where
what
you
it
pulled
was.
syrup
Yeah,
from.
I don't know. I was just thinking there had to be like something to pull from it real quick.
Yeah.
But no, I shout out to all of you people that are watching every week and coming to and subscribing. If you are new, hit that subscribe button. We're dropping new content every single week. It's the best content,
at
I
least
think,
once.
personally.
At least once a week.
It's some great stuff, too.
What are some of your favorite videos?
that we've done?
Yeah.
Personally, I really liked the last episode you did. Not the last one, but the last
the
one.
Drake's hot sauce.
Yeah, that one was really fun.
That was pretty good.
And the last one we did was pretty good, too. But the fucking... I like all the ones we do.
Yeah, the last one we did, fucking.
It'd be easier to say which ones did I not like, you know, because there's like a few. You know, I could pick them out.
Which ones didn't you like?
There's just been a few like where I didn't like my energy. I guess I can't like pick them out. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a episode 43. You know what I mean? Episode 27. I don't know, but definitely liking. I don't like our first episode. I'll tell you that. I've gone back and watched it.
Really?
Not a fan. Just not a fan.
We all got to start somewhere, you know?
Yeah, we do.
And you talked about fucking slipping in the shower, dog.
Dude, it's monumental.
It is a monumental
That's
moment.
how I remember that. Yeah, you know, I was talking to someone the other day, and like every time I talk to him about what we do and our whole thing, they was like, "Wow, that's so cool. How long have you been doing it?" We've almost been doing it. Like we're closer to 2 years now, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I just
insane.
like in a year ago memory,
Mm-hmm.
it was like me sharing the fucking second episode we did with our dad. So it's been a year since we've done that.
That's crazy. What's cool is that, well, not cool, I guess, but we're like a year and a half into a fucking long journey.
Yeah.
It's a treacherous hike.
Yeah,
You
we
know what I
we
mean?
just made it like fucking a quarter mile up the road,
Yeah,
and it's a 2,700-mile journey, you know.
on foot, both
Yeah.
ways. You know what I mean?
And we're starting to build this car, but
Yeah, and we have binded our feet like old Chinese women. So like we have hooves, and we're
Yeah.
just slowly. We're not built for long.
we're almost to the
distance.
stages
Yeah.
where we're like Freddie Flintstone. You know, we
You
got
know.
a car, but we still got to use our feet. You know?
Okay, yeah. And you know, right when you think you've made it, we're totally not even close.
Yeah, we
'Cause there
accidentally
is
took
no
a wrong
making-
left.
There is no making it.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what's cool. You know, is that everything about this is changing. It's always
Yeah,
changing.
it's always
gonna
fucking
change.
changing. Except this backdrop, it was the same the last two episodes.
Yeah, well, that
But-
will stay the same. And for now, I want to dude. Oh my god, I want to do so much.
Here's my thing is, when I do get my own place, whenever that happens,
Yeah, Mr. Bachelor Pad.
we're gonna make my living room the studio.
Yeah,
Because I don't need a living room, but I need a studio. You know.
yeah.
So
I'm totally
lots
down
of
for that.
space. You know, we got a fucking couch.
Fucking couch, you know.
Couches are always cool. I remember that one studio we had. It did have a couch.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Fucking love that
Fucking
couch.
Nice. It's in my fucking shed.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know,
Fucking,
it's the porn star couch.
it's the porn star guy. I thought you
Yeah.
said 4-star. I was
No.
like, actually, kind of a 5-star. You know, comfy and fucking
Cold in the morning.
yeah.
It's real good.
But
Stick
it's
to
like-
it at night.
Yeah. Oh, you fucking wake up, you gotta peel your shit off like a brand new sticker. You know.
Oh god, man. Bro, we got into some good topics, huh?
I know. We just started, so that's crazy. We are gonna get into some fucking good topics, though. Hey.
Yeah, I was like, we already been there, you know.
No.
Fuck. Do you ever feel like time just like doubled? Like it just started going at an exponential rate?
Yeah, but we're only 5 minutes in.
It always
I-
slows about this time, you know.
I think.
Time goes so fast until we're podcasting, and then it's like inching by, which
Yeah.
is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make this last a lifetime, eh?
You know, also when we die, that people will have a lot of fucking
A lot to work with, you know.
bullshit of us.
It's like you ever seen Ready Player One?
yeah,
And he walks down the aisle and it's all the
Yeah.
homies' memories.
yeah.
Yeah, this is our fucking aisle, dog.
Oh god, take note.
Oh
You know what I
god.
mean?
But
you
yeah,
serious about moving away, going coastal, and then I gotta buy you out? Huh? What's up with that, company wise? This guy said once we get big, he's just gonna go postal, go live in like the Caribbean, make me have to buy him out.
What does that mean?
Postal?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna get shipped through the mail or what? Like,
it means you go somewhere where you have to mail shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think. Don't quote me.
Yeah, it just does not sound right, so I will not. But fuck it. No, that was all a prank. You know.
Well.
But it is like an option, you know?
And I like a guy with options, right? Cause,
keep them open.
Yeah. It gets as shifty when you don't.
Yeah. You know, I've been thinking about it. I want to make a secondary business, you know?
Yeah, on top
of every
one.
great man's got a few hustles.
Bro, no, that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wrap it up and say yes.
That is what I've been trying to like feed into both of us, is that multiple hustles. We need to make money when we're sleeping, my friend.
I'm gonna make a t-shirt website.
Well,
right? Yeah. With a third party everything, so I don't have to do anything besides like maybe make the designs.
Well, where do you think our fucking website's gonna be? Like, I don't want to have to do shit, you know what I mean? Third party everything.
But this website is gonna be like random t-shirts, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
Anything that's like fucking 2 years ago, if I put some like fuck Trump on some fucking t-shirts, those would have sold out, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Make it look cool. And just go with the trends.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking lame.
But it sells.
Oh, you're a money guy.
Yeah.
You're a money guy. You're a money guy.
More than just engaged.
Married to the money. No, that's dumb though, for sure. Yeah. Don't do that. You said just for the trends.
Yeah, you gotta. I'm not trying to stick with the trends. I'm just trying to make some bucks.
I'm trying to sell like I want like an automatic camera just at like my nighttime feet.
What happened? Like what?
like my nighttime feet, like my feet at nighttime.
So like at your feet,
like I'm sleeping
at the end of your toes.
Yes, and at the end of the feet.
You know,
I want a camera there.
I can get you one
because
they're $25.
I know, but because people like they pay a lot of money for them nice daytime photos. You know, people be liking to get them sneaky in the sheets kind of photos for most things. I'm like, what? I got them sneaky in the sheets feet, bitch. Like, what's up?
I don't know.
And I feel like, especially,
I don't know where you're going.
You know,
with this.
my feet are a bit hairy, right?
Right.
So I can style each toe with a new little comb over. Or I could put a little bow in the hair on my toe and make it like pretty.
Why do you gotta be asleep?
No, they're just, it's in the bed, you know?
Like a live stream?
No, like it randomly takes photos while I'm sleeping.
Okay.
Like I wake up to a flash, almost seizure every time. Just bucket, you know?
Why?
Well, maybe not the flash. You're right. That's kind of dumb, but
I don't get the whole gist of this. Like,
I want to sell feet pics. That's the whole gist.
Oh, you want to sell feet pics? Okay.
Yes, I want to dress up my toes with little hairdos.
Okay.
And then I want to lay in my bed and sleep, and while I'm sleeping, I'll be making money because my camera.
This is all about making money in your sleep.
Feet.
And fucking uploading them. As they go. Okay.
As they go.
You ever thought maybe like nobody wants to see your feet?
But that's the whole thing. It's like nobody wants to see anybody's feet. But
there are people that want to see some feet.
So that's why there's definitely a market for a big man foot with hair on it. And there's like I got a big vein popping on my foot. So like I'm sure that's like
that'll get somebody somewhere. You know,
extra for that. You know.
Yeah.
I've been reading up. Like people,
you blur out the vein unless they pay the $5 extra.
Right. Join Patreon at ET HomeGrown. You know what I mean? If only.
Yeah, facts.
Do you know what though? Like, shout out to everyone. Hey, right here while I got you, quick 10 minutes in the show. Buy a fucking t-shirt. Yeah. Here's the design. This is the back of the tee. They're fucking awesome. It's great material, a great print. The shit is just, they're selling. So get yours now. If you want it, go to my Snapchat. It'll be the only one in the description now. Or go to the Instagram page, swipe up and DM us. Or, I don't know why I said swipe up, but just DM us. You know what I mean? If you want one, we'll deliver anywhere in Washington. You know, me and him will deliver it. Or if you're out of state, we'll ship it.
Cool thing about these shirts is they're kind of like universal. You know, you don't even have to wear them just to like support us. It's got like a fucking cool picture on the back. That's ET fucking hitting a bomb. Like, it's only a $30 t-shirt.
And buy right now while they're $30. $30 a shirt right now. If you do want the chance at a bonus shirt, which is same back, but also with a design on the front, It's an additional $15 at purchase. So
and you got to think,
do that.
You go to the mall, you see a T-shirt like that, it's gonna be $45 off rips, and you don't even get a bonus shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God, and we may never drop it again. So if you really, really, really like it, really buy it because
Really
they may
tap
never
it.
come again. Who knows?
I think we only got like fucking 2 larges left.
Damn.
Yeah, and we got the most of the larges. There was 8 larges.
It feels good. I was saying all that to like lead into it where we're finally making money from this thing.
Oh yeah.
How does that like?
Well, I mean, we haven't even broke even yet.
Not yet.
But, like we're on our way.
We're on our way. Like, but it feels good, huh?
Yeah.
Honestly,
cool.
with your drug dealing background, I thought you'd be kind of quicker with these shirt sellings, but
Cool thing is,
giving you some time.
yeah, I don't get anything from this. I just fucking go deliver shit and then fucking.
What do you mean? You don't get anything.
I don't get no fucking gas money. I don't get anything like that. Like, I just gotta do this in my free time and fucking the money goes somewhere else.
But it's
know?
not even in your free time. You got to think about it like work. Like when I drove to fucking Coney or Bremerton the other day and got on a fucking ferry, I was like, I was telling Misty, I was like, it's hard for me to get off the couch to do some shit like go outside and walk.
Right.
Yeah, fuck that, right? And I don't know, like it's just like
something about selling the T-shirts will get you there, you know.
And Misty was like, it's because it's work, and I was like, you're right. She's like, you'll do anything for your work, like, and I was like, I'm a selfish motherfucker, aren't I? I was like, hey, but I was like, or I'm confident, one of the two.
Cool thing is, last night I was working while I was working.
Oh wow.
I was doing security. Pulled up, somebody fucking copped a T-shirt.
Yeah, that's somebody.
It was our pops.
Was our papa.
Papa.
Papa bought
a little late to the game, T-shirt wise.
Hey,
lucky that we still had some sizes for him. I think we only got 1 XXL left. So
oh yeah, he's getting fat. Isn't
tag
he?
your big
Did you
homie.
get him a 2XL just to be safe?
No, he asked for a 2XL.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah. But I mean, it looked good on him. Like it was
good.
Not tight.
He liked it though.
Yeah,
that's pimp. I'm glad that we have our dad on the show a couple of times.
Yeah, at least 3.
Supporting. Yeah, man. Hey, should we tell him or just have it be a surprise on who we got coming soon?
Oh yeah, let's keep it a surprise.
Yeah.
My thing is,
we do have another guest coming back.
You want to hear?
Who is it gonna be?
A funny story that our dad told me.
Yeah, let's hear it.
He was at I think a Value Village in Seattle, and he seen a security guard, and he thought it was Aaron. So he walked up, and he was like, "Bro, you're Aaron, right?" And he was like, "No, bro." And he said like this guy was like high as fuck because like everything he said, like everything Dad said, like he didn't understand type shit. Like, and then he said he just walked away and was like, "Yep, watch ET Homegrown." He just be fucking advertising, you know?
Dude, yeah, my mom too. Yeah, I don't get it.
Oh God! Hey, now you got you got your mom's whip now, so you got a sticker on the window.
I do. It's almost bad though, you know.
What?
Because this is my whole thing. It's like a free advertisement that I live here or that I'm here.
Well, I mean,
hey. I'm not because I'm fucking famous, man. I'm not scared of fame, but I also am scared of fame. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to just be out in the blue, and like I'd love to get pulled up on. Like, don't get me wrong, if you see me do it, I just don't want you to know necessarily where I live. You know what I mean?
You're telling me if I got you like an ET Homegrown flag, you wouldn't raise it in your front yard?
Probably not. No.
Like underneath the American flag or whatever.
Not in my own home. No.
What if like other people were doing it? You know,
well, then,
like we were selling them to other people.
I'd fit in.
Yeah.
Like if it was a wide thing that we were selling, yeah, sure. But I'm not just going to advertise this is where Ethan lives. Because I thought about that before, like getting a big old fucking thing on my Pontiac. But then it's like what? Someone walks by. I always think of worst case scenario. Okay, so worst case scenario in this case, somebody walks by, sees my car, goes, ET Homegrown, looks it up on YouTube, goes, oh, this guy must live here or something. Breaks into the house, steals all the podcast equipment, and we're fucked. This is exactly not its first thought. I know it'll never happen, so I don't worry about it. But it's like
it's because like when we first started this, somebody said they're gonna fucking come steal all our shit.
But that wasn't even like when we first started. It's just that was like a year into it. But
facts.
No, I mean it
was like 6 months.
Like I don't know. Ever since I got jumped when I was younger, I always have that second sixth sense. I would say fear. I have fear.
Yeah, fear.
I have fear.
You're a little scared after that one.
After that one, yeah. It shook me. I sit a little differently.
You know, but now you know you can like
people,
fucking you can survive. You're not glass, you know. You're not just gonna break like that.
That was definitely like one of the. But you know what? My fucking psyche does not help that made of glass feeling, because in every dream I have, I be getting in fights, bro. My fucking fists fall, and it's so.
I hate that.
It's horrifying because I be getting into a lot of fights in my dreams lately, and it's more like I have to protect my family at this moment. And my fists are falling. Yeah. And I'm getting, like, fucked up. I'm just getting the shit beat out of me.
And then you wake up and you just question yourself, like, can I fight? Like, let's hope I don't get in a fight today, because obviously I can't fucking do it.
And that fills the fear. It's like,
Instead, if somebody breaks into my house, I can't hit them with that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I do everything in my power to avoid fucking conflict. Any kind of aggravation, assault.
Confrontation.
Yeah. You know, like I don't go out in the world going, oh, he wants to fight me, but like it's in the back.
Yeah. It's like in case this motherfucker.
Yeah. You know. My tactic though is that with people that intimidate me, or like I get intimidated by, which is fucked because I love everybody, but like it's fucked that because of how someone's look, they can make somebody feel a certain way. Isn't that fucked?
Yeah.
It's just constant years and years of bullshit. That's what that creates.
Well, that's
profiling.
That's the look that they're trying to give off, that look for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
Like, don't fuck with me. You know, I got fucking spikes on my belt or some shit. I don't know. I got fucking 2-inch boots.
When you said that, bro, I was thinking of remember the SpongeBob movie?
Yes.
The guy who comes after him, the fucking motorcycle pimp. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Said, I'm a goofy goober. Yeah. Fucking hey, buddy.
That's pretty good.
No, but I don't stress about that kind of shit too much. But it's definitely in the back.
You know
of
what
my
you
head.
should stress about?
I need a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting closer and closer to aliens living on Earth.
Why do you say that though? Because we've had no further. That I know of, and this is a lot.
No further what? Since when?
Why you got that little grin at me?
Because it's like
with the grin.
For the last few years, they just keep discovering shit. Oh yeah, nobody talks about it.
They're dropping it, but it's only been like their spaceship or just they.
Okay, but like compared to 50 years ago, to where it's like anybody who said some shit like that, they're just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh yeah, they do exist.
Well. You know, this is how the government went about it. Anything that's not made by the U.S. is an unidentified flying object.
That is a fact.
So, whatever they say they have, they're trying to pawn it off as, it's an unidentified flying object, but it's not aliens.
What about the planets that they found that are, like, identical to the Earth?
Can you hand me my water? The planets?
Yeah, they found planets that are identical to Earth.
Where? Mr. Marsman?
I think it's like different galaxies, because I feel like if it was in our galaxy, would it?
How did they get there? Like big ass telescope?
You gotta ask Elon.
Elon?
Yeah.
He figured it out.
Yeah, or his people, SpaceX.
No, dude. It was funny that you had this topic idea because I was literally in the massage. I was in a massage the other day for my back and shit.
Right.
And the masseuse, the dude, he was asking me. He goes, "So, what do you think? How do you think travel is gonna be in the next 20 years?" And I was like, "Well." I think we're always going to have to wear the mask. My first thought. I was like, I think we're always going to have to wear the mask.
See, my first thought there, I would have answered, well, I lost all hope in flying cars.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, see, yeah, that's true. No, my first thought was like airplanes. So I was like, I think some people would probably always wear the mask and shit like that. And he's like, oh, I meant to space. And I was like, oh, fuck. Well,
you're definitely going to want to wear a mask.
In that case. I was like, that's funny. Me and my brother have this whole escalator idea. And he goes, well, that wouldn't work. But an elevator. And I was like, oh, true.
Because the escalator's got to be held up as you go.
And the Earth is spinning at the same time as the moon is spinning the other way. So if we just built stairs up to space, we would only be able to align it every so often.
Well, we never said anything about the moon. We're just trying to get we're trying to get to the fucking
crops.
This is where the fucking perimeter is of air. We want to get just right up there. Create that big ass vacuum.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but
I really think it's close. But here's my thing. Is I really think, no cap, they have been living here already because dude, there's just so many shit.
Pyramids. Best example.
Well, yeah, but that's every example. Everyone says that. But no, if you're
But what's another good example?
Literally, like, just all the conspiracies, like JFK getting shot, bro.
Do you think they've slowly just been leaking us, like, technology? And, like, it seems like people have discovered it and made it, but really, like, they're getting tipped off by an alien?
Maybe. I really don't see too much of that, my friend, but I've seen lots of pictures where, like, it's, like, people in old school times having like cell phones or some weird shit like that, and it's like, whoa, how did that happen?
See, that brings up the question: you think that's time travel, or do you think an alien might be them?
But now here brings up the question: is it us that's time traveling, or is it the aliens moving in and out of time?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, so
so here we are. Yeah.
Moving in and out of time. These aliens.
So like. So the alien, when they get on their ship, they're able to weave through time, forward and back. Because now that would make some sense, because we have shit, right? Like, we have shit that's so old that, like, no way we could have done that. We had no levee systems that would have created a fucking... Like, the way they say the pyramids were made, bro, literally shits on itself. Because if you built a fucking ramp to carry these 14 tons
on your back,
yeah, and you were pulling them or pushing them, no way somebody stood there at this degree of an angle and
held that bitch up, you know.
Then,
I don't give a fuck if it was 10 of them.
Exactly. Even if you built the ramp, it would have to be like so far back, because the incline would have to gradually go.
Yeah.
And no way they built fucking stilts and had that much wood in the desert.
And these bitches are tall, so it had to be like a whole mile long.
Fuck you and fuck the pyramids. That's literally,
you know what I'm saying. And how did they build those fucking rocks? How did they get them perfectly shaped?
That's what I'm saying. Mud in the desert.
If it was mud, though,
in the desert.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And why would it still be standing at this point? You know,
it makes no sense.
It'd dry out and crumble.
Like, you know, what do you think's an invention the aliens gave us?
Cell phones.
I'm thinking,
like, how would somebody just sit down without ever thinking of it before and be like, yo, I think we could
economy, bro. They said, let's make everything worse something.
Okay. You don't think that's just like a natural?
No, because like man would trade. I feel like aliens brought in the coin. They were like, try this thing.
Yeah.
Because that's, if you look at it, before we had money, nobody was in debt, huh? Everyone just bartered off their own shit.
Well, there were still like poor people and rich people.
Well, yeah, but they weren't. They were only rich because of the things they had. It was a lot. It wasn't like you were born with richness. You had to collect it. Everyone started at zero, because well, unless your family had stuff. But even if your family had stuff, back in them days, you were using it to live, like farm and livestock.
They always used gold as a currency.
Did they?
It's like once they found it, you know. But it's like, how did they know right off rips when they found gold that it was like so worth something? How did they get
everyone to start using it?
Let's ask
Siri.
The Discovery Channel.
I wish we had like a doctor. You know what I mean? Like a fucking...
Just fucking come from behind the curtains and
now, when aliens do come down...
Right.
Or if they are here... here's the thing: are they like Men in Black aliens, where like they live amongst us already?
See, that's what I believe it. Because when I first brought up the aliens and you said something about your masseuse,
yeah,
I was thinking, all right, you were gonna say this motherfucker felt like it had 4 arms, just fucking,
that would be some
like the
shit.
Motherfucker in Monsters Inc. cutting up the fucking. You know the restaurant, Monsters Inc.
Yeah, no.
4 arms.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know it.
The one.
I actually have a clear picture of what you're saying. Yes.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
But like, aliens, I don't know, man. Because why do we always? Okay, let's go back to this aliens topic.
Right.
Let me ask you this: why do you assume aliens are more advanced than us? Why can't they be less advanced?
Because they found us before we found them.
But why do we say this?
Because if they're aliens, that means they didn't originate here, and they had to get here somehow.
But what if all they have is what someone else left to them? See, like, it all plays. What if we're... What if we're not the fucking shittiest bunch, you know? There's got to be a planet out there worse than us.
But they wouldn't be able to get here. Because we can't get there. And if they could get here, that means...
But we can get there. We just haven't found them. They're good at hiding. But, like, if we could get into fucking space, buddies, and they can too, like, why? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know.
Also...
I do think that there's aliens that are not smart.
I do too, because a lot of filmmakers, I think, talk to aliens. Facts.
Okay. Elaborate.
Okay.
Let's pick up on
I
that.
never had to be the man in school, but I was doing things I had to do.
All right.
You said elaborate.
Yeah.
All right, no. But, like, movies, bro, because where do they get these ideas? Like, fucking Marvel movies. It's like, aliens come down, right? Where did they get this idea of a movie for an alien? Where do they get these ideas for futuristic movies? How do they think this shit up? Gots to be an alien.
Got to be inspired by.
Yeah, because, like, I don't know.
These things just don't come to the brain naturally.
You know? It's got to be helped.
It's got to be helped. Exactly. Yeah. Same with, like, do you think maybe vampires were based off of an alien?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, let's think about that. Or werewolves.
So, look, when I watched Matrix recently, they talked about, because this is a whole nother side of it, right?
All right, let's hear this
so
side.
let's say that we're in this, like, let's say that we're in a simulation, right?
Right, we are.
And then if we are in this simulation, right, let's say the aliens are actually outside of us, and that, like, once we get, let's just treat it like Matrix. Once you get unplugged, then you're in, like, this world where the aliens are.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's to say that, like, damn it, man.
That they haven't already came down and put some fucking headsets on us?
Yeah, that's, like,
what if,
you know what I mean?
Imagine this. Actually, no, let me capitalize on this topic before I change it. I believe that could very easily happen, because, like, they could just fucking, like, say they had the technology or whatever, they could fucking erase whatever memory we have of them coming down initially and fucking putting these things on our head and just have us start from where we left off.
Yeah. Or they, like, I don't know, the brain itself is just a tricky ass thing. It reminds me so much of, like, a machine or an alien, because like this, you know what I mean, like, this actually feels like nothing. Our brain says it feels like paper, like, you know what I mean, like, this isn't a real thing, but my brain sees it and tells me that it has a feeling, you know what I mean? Like, nothing exists, bro, except in our minds, you know what I mean? Like, our eyes are connected to our brain, so if we had no eyes, what would the world be? Nothing. All we would do is hear shit. See, so, like, that's what I'm saying, like, your brain literally makes up everything. This is all fucking, like, we could be, like, I could really look like a fucking troll, ogre, messed up little fucking yucky. Do. But your brain, but our brains see it differently. Now let's also talk about this theory. What if people, like, what if we're really just being poisoned by oxygen, and this is just the result of it, like, this world like that we see,
like, it's almost like a trip or like a high. Yeah. And then, like, one day the fucking government stops feeding it to us and we just see how shitty everything is.
Right.
That would be insane.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know how
that's real simulation type shit.
You'd have to be so precise on, like, the drugs and shit.
Oh God! And you know what?
You'd have to control it. Like,
you'd have to. And there'd be people who couldn't cope, and then you'd fucking die.
It's like they'd have to give something to everybody, and, like, whoever doesn't take it isn't allowed in restaurants. Whoa.
Or on airplanes.
Yeah. Or just outside of the
babies?
house.
I don't know.
Fucking.
No, but I think that, like, the whole fucking, like, alien and simulation theory, why somebody thought that, I think it's because an alien outside of us, like, we're plugged in, there's an alien outside of us who realized what they're doing is wrong.
Leaking information. Trying to flip the switch.
Yes. He's trying, he realizes what they're doing is wrong. So he's like, him or her, I shouldn't say him or they.
Shim.
Yeah, whoever they are. They're just trying to, like, they're trying to set it right. That's why we get these little, like, whoa, you're in a simulation. Oh, your aliens are real. Oh,
dude, I seen a fucking video today, and, like, this bitch was driving down the street with her mom, and fucking there was a tree just floating midair.
Really?
There's a glitch in the semi.
Bro, I've seen ones where it's like a bird freezes midair.
Yeah.
That shit, like, I don't get. You know?
And what do you think about the birds being tied in with the government?
Oh, the birds, the robot birds? Dude, I believe it so much until I shoot one and they're bloody. Like, that's the whole thing.
I do believe that there could be some tied in there, though.
No, yeah.
Not 100% of the population, but even a, cool 5%.
But here's another thing is, there's been, people who say they work for big companies to come out and confirm that type of shit. Like, there was this guy I seen on TikTok. It was like when your CIA dad retires and gives out secrets, and he's talking, and he's like, yeah, I was part of the mission, and he gave, numbers and letters to it. He's an old-ass man, of removing all the birds and replacing them with drones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck?
See, he wouldn't just be saying that to say it, you know?
And how come people get electrocuted by power lines and birds don't?
Well,
seriously.
What you got to do is be touching something else. If you're just touching the power line, you could hang from a power line, but as soon as you touch the floor, something that's connected to the floor, that's where the energy transfers.
The conduction process.
Mm-hmm. Just like if they're on the fucking wire and they touch the pole, that's when they electrocute and die. Like, you see every once in a while, you'll see a dead bird next to a power line that got fucking fried.
Yeah. That's
when
they touch the pole.
Yeah, wire and pole at the same time.
I see.
So that fucking debunked, but everything else, else, it could be.
How come you never see a bird shit? You know what I mean? They just do it, but you never see it falling.
I don't know, because people get hit by bird shit. So it's
I've never met
cars.
Or seen.
So, you ever been driving down the road and then just fucking splat?
Never.
You just wake up and it's there?
Yeah.
You think, people, ninjas are coming out from behind the garbage cans and drawing it out real quick?
Now, that leads me into a great topic.
And tell me.
And it's one I've been pondering the last few days, is how is with all the shit upon superheroes, how has no person tried to be Batman yet? Because one, no superpowers at all. Trained by ninjas, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
And is a billionaire. We got a few of those. Why has no one tried to be a super... what?
Nobody gives a fuck.
And this is what I think, is crimes in the movies are grand and huge. Day-to-day shit is murders and stabbings and drug deals. No one wants to go deal with that, you know?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like bank robbery, cool. Nobody wants us to go fucking...
deal with Sally getting screamed on in the third row or whatever.
Yes. I couldn't even imagine what the fuck that meant.
I don't know.
You ever been screamed on? It's a fucking mess.
Bro, it leaves the carpet stained for months. Yeah, you gotta move it, huh? But no, man, I would have personally tried to have been Batman.
Oh,
If I was a billionaire and I just was young enough and I wanted to, because he's the most obtainable. He has no
most
powers.
realistic, or Iron Man.
But literally, that's his whole point, though. Is anyone can wear the mask.
That's why some people like him more, just because they're like, oh, he's better because he doesn't have superpowers. He can do this without him.
What's cool though, I recently just something caught my eye about Batman that never has before, and now I don't know what I watched the very first Batman Begins of the trilogy, with Joker and Bane. That trilogy. I watched the first one. I don't usually watch it. I usually skip it because I don't like it too much. Mm-hmm. But I watched it and I really watched it, and I fucking I don't know, something just about Bruce and why he became Batman, and just his whole demeanor in that first movie really caught me, and I was like, damn, okay, I could get behind this guy. Yeah. And then I wanted to know everything about him. So
it's crazy seeing the Batman origin story.
Yeah.
After watching the Joker movie.
Right. Yeah.
I haven't done it since, but I could imagine,
Yeah.
Just because he could really put that 2 and 2 together.
Well, let's talk about this though, because the Joker in the Joker movie was older than the Joker in the Dark Knight Rises series. Had to have been. So why did Joker become Joker so late in that series?
What do you mean?
Okay, so in the movie Joker,
he's
older.
He's older
He
because
looks seems older
he's
than
an
he
adult
does
by
in the
the
other one.
Yeah, because he's an adult by the time that fucking Bruce is still a kid. Right?
Right. He was an old man practically when Bruce was a kid.
I'd give him like late 20s. He just had some fucking disabilities, huh?
Maybe. I don't know. But he seemed like older, like late 30s. But that, I don't know. It strikes me like it's weird. And then I went on HBO Max, bro. They got Batman everything. Like Batman's been everywhere. So I don't know. It's just interesting.
With the new Batman
coming
coming out. Yeah, with the new Batman coming out, they're really putting that shit everywhere.
Or like I've never heard of anyone dressing up in a superhero costume and trying to fight crime ever in my life. I've never once ever on the TV, on the news, on the fucking internet seen it ever.
Perfect example. You were asking me like what corny means the other day. That would be fucking corny.
If someone went out in a costume and tried to fight crime?
Yeah, like
what if cops started to wear capes, bro? What if cops wore capes, bro? That'd be fucking dope. That would be so fly.
You're only supposed to wear capes if you can fly, you know?
That's what I think. But Batman, he can glide.
Like fucking
glider.
Buzz Lightyear.
Like a fucking squirrel.
Yeah. You know,
Oh, I don't know. Tell me.
Cool thing about capes.
Hey.
So yeah,
the hardest thing about riding rollerblades?
Telling your mom you're gay.
That was the funniest shit. The other day, Tony was at my mom's house with me, and my little brother's riding his little fucking rollerblades in the living room. And Tony asked my little brother, he goes, "You know the hardest part about riding rollerblades?" My brother comes around and he fucking does this little, flips his hair. He goes, "What?" He goes, Tony goes, "Telling your mom you're gay." And he just laughs. He goes, "Ha!" And then zooms out. And I was like,
scooch.
That was funny. I just thought it was so funny.
Yeah, it was fucking good. All right, so back to like living upon
Earth.
Aliens.
No, I want to go more into the simulation talk because they're like, I just want to know what you think upon it. Like, would you, like, if you could, would you want to be unplugged? Or would you just be like, would you rather just want to know?
Well, I would like to know more details rather than just get unplugged. Because, like...
What if that... But that's the only... You've seen Matrix? Red or blue? You don't get to just hear a little bit. You either take the pill or you're back in the fucking sim. That's the question. Like, would you take it? Would you enter the rabbit hole and get unplugged, or would you fucking stay in the sim?
I'd stay because, you know, there's a reason why we're in the simulation and not back in it with the shits off of our head, you know? Like, it's got to be shittier over there. We're not just fucking putting this on to have a shitty time. Yeah.
But, like, okay, so what happens when we're, like, fucking that episode of Rick and Morty where Rick has the battery, right? And he goes in there and it's a little world.
You want to talk about mini-verses?
Metaverse. No, I'm talking about the metaverse. Though. That's going to be its own mini-verse pretty much. Because if we're in a simulation now,
right,
then we go into the metaverse on the VR headsets and we're in another simulation. Yes.
Yeah.
And then who's to say it doesn't keep going?
Imagine this. Like, what happens if this...
Talk about double motion sickness.
What happens if the metaverse starts, right? Mm-hmm. And then, like, after a certain amount of years, it's, like, people that are only in the metaverse. You know what I'm saying?
How does that work? They uploaded their
the same way we're only in this fucking universe and not in the one... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, they upload themselves?
Like, how we're in a... What's the fucking word? We're in a simulation, right?
Yeah.
Those people are in a simulation and they don't know.
Oh, you're talking about the people in the metaverse.
Yeah, that don't leave.
So, like, the Sims? Are you talking about, like, the AI people?
Not AI, just, like, people that started there. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody starts there. It's not a real place. Like, nobody can be born in the metaverse.
Until the fucking like, there's people fucking born in this simulation.
Well, yes, but this is different. Because that is technology. This is, like... biology technology. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. What if that little metaverse upgrades into something like this?
Wouldn't that
just over time?
Would you plug into that?
But there's some people that, you know how to fucking...
It's like that episode of fucking South Park. Have you seen the one?
No.
Okay, so there's an episode of South Park where they're walking around and they keep like running into the. It's like an episode where he puts on someone's VR, and he goes,
I think I've seen a little bit of it.
VR headset. Just grab by your eyes.
Yeah.
And then he keeps trying to do it, and he thinks he gets out and shit. And then they're like, "Wait, you're still in there." And he pulls it out, and it's them and like as real kids, and they pop out, and they're like, "What the fuck?
What the fuck?" Yeah, see, that's some trippy shit.
Now that would blow my fucking socks off, brother.
What if we took it off and we were cartoon? Because I don't know if it could get any more better graphics than this. I wouldn't want it, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know, the best graphics is when you're fucking tripping on something, mushrooms or acid.
Yeah.
That's when
you
shit
really
gets
see the
real
pores in
high
your
def.
skin.
Yeah. That's when it gets scary.
You just stare at yourself in a mirror, and then,
that's like I think that's when like our brains kind of like stop doing the work. You know what I mean? Like that's when I turn into my real ugly troll self, not the way your brain sees me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like just real perception.
Yes, it loses perception.
Yeah.
Fucking drugs. Fuck them. I fucking hate psychedelics.
Fuck them, dude.
Fucking hate psychedelics.
But I mean, it's cool that you have gone through the
yeah.
experience. Yeah, you know what it's like.
I definitely could have lived not doing it though.
Yeah,
you know,
but you wouldn't know what you would be missing until you missed it.
Right, and I'm glad I haven't missed it. You know what's funny is we had some friends come over to the house the other day, and they were talking about how they do like. They've done like Molly like one day a year, and it's on her birthday every year. They do it, blah blah blah.
Right.
And they were over at the house. They're like, we should all do it this year. And Misty's like, yeah, it'll be fun, like whatever. And I'm just sitting there like, nah, yeah, you guys could do it. I'll just get super high. You just like, what? And I'm like, yeah, just
I'm surprised Misty jumped to it. You know?
Oh yeah, Misty
that shit
loves
fucking
that
tears her up.
Yeah, she likes it though.
It goes zombie mode.
I know. I worry though because I don't think I could ever do psychedelics or anything like mind altering shit like that ever again. Just because
it just leaves a weird feeling in the brain.
And
it kind of lasts.
I get anxiety about what the trip is gonna be because I've had bad trips.
Exactly.
And then
that's why once you have a bad trip, it's kind of like
fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like for Molly, like I was stressing, or I was like thinking like, okay, well, I'm gonna do it, and then what if I'm like, all right, I don't want to be doing it anymore?
Yeah,
like,
there's no like fucking.
It's just like now that I'm older and like I've had those bad trips, it's too long of a contract to sign.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure, Ski.
Like,
because like even if like you're not having a bad trip, you're still gonna be sitting there with anxiety, hoping that one doesn't come up. You know?
Yeah.
Because you know what it's like, and you can see the signs.
Yeah, you
know?
can sense it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just don't want to put myself in that position anymore.
I'm vibing how I am. You know.
And I'm cooling with weed and like the last time I did psychedelics, it just made me question too much. Like like that like then you start questioning like your life, your existence, your purpose, your fucking worth.
It just gets too deep. You know?
But like
there's no reason to be thinking that deep.
Oh God, not at all.
Yeah, not just fucking leave it.
Like I'll probably never do DMT. Like even though like people say it's like this, I fear that trip so much.
Really?
Just because it's like one you cannot stop. And then the things people say
it only lasts 15 minutes. Though.
Yeah, but the things people say they see, I'm scared to see. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to fucking just be looking and then all of a sudden I'm falling or sinking and the world is doing this and I see this and that and I'm not supposed to see that.
I want to try it though.
Yeah, well, I would love to record you doing it.
Yeah, you know that's like the closest that people can get to experiencing death without dying. Mm-hmm. So it kind of like answers some questions on like, well, you know, what fucking happens, but like at the same time,
because
that's just what happens in your brain.
But that's all.
But the thing is, when
that's what you think happens. Nobody knows for sure. That's what you think happens.
Well, it releases the same shit that your brain releases when you die. But the thing is,
but
are you conscious to even go through that?
How do
when
we
you
build
die?
something you can smoke that your brain gives off naturally? Tell me that.
I don't know.
No way it's the same then. No way it's the same. How are you going to create a chemical that's going to do the exact same thing that your brain is doing? And how are you going to test that?
Well, I mean, you got to think of like prescribed drugs, you know. Well, yeah, those are chemicals to make brains do shit that like brains normally do.
But you take a prescribed medication because your brain's not doing something. So that is to counteract that.
Yeah.
You know
but
what I mean?
You're taking that medicine to make your brain do something specific though.
Yeah.
So it does exist.
That's true. I don't know how do you see and test it, you know? Like you're right there when someone's dying and you're watching, or I don't know. I just don't get it.
It's like scientists, you know, they obviously watched what happens to a brain like when somebody dies, you know. So it's like they just try to copy that the best they can.
You know what's funny is that a lot of the times in like the last week or like the last few words of like atheists are like such like cries for help to God and like heaven, and like they're always like there was this one, I can't remember the name or recall exactly what he said word for word, but it was like an older priest, or not priest, an older guy, and he he wrote like the first atheist like Times magazine article type shit, like about how Scientology and all this was gonna be the next, and like how this kind of proves that ain't true or whatever.
Right.
And then like his final statement on his deathbed, the last thing he wrote was like, "I'm so sorry, God, please forgive me. I have been a devil on this earth. I let it whisper into my ear, letting me spread that you are not real. I'm so sorry. Please take me."
See, at that point, you're exploring options.
Yeah.
That's when you really got it. That's like your best hope. So it's like.
But I just think that's fucking because it's like, I don't know. Like if you sit there and think about death, it's definitely a fucking shocking thought. Like it can. It's definitely something like if I think about it, it could put me in a mood where I just like in a fucking mess. Like I'm like
just don't want to do nothing.
Nothing. Like but then doing nothing makes you feel like a piece of shit because you're gonna die.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like. I don't know, man. I said this on my Snapchat story this morning. You can't see that because you don't have Snapchat, but
fuck Snapchat.
I'm
gonna get like a poster that says
fuck it. But no, what I said is I wish that I had 7 lifetimes to live so that I could spend 40 years as an investigative cop, 30 years as a truck driver, 10 years as a fucking teacher, and I wish I could step into the shoes of every career path there was to give, and I could try it all and do everything, because like, damn, there's not enough time, you know?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
There's not enough time. Like, I wish I could like master so many things.
That's why it's never too late to like switch jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
start something new.
People get like super comfortable working one job, and they're like, "Yep, I'm gonna do this my whole life." But then later they're like, "Damn, I wonder what it would be like to do this." Like, it's not unreachable. Just go do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why, like, I don't know. That's why I liked switching jobs so much, just because I get to like experience different things. Yeah. And then like,
you've been at this job for a while though.
Yeah. No, I'm comfortable. You know.
Yeah.
I like the fact that I get to, you know, like use my time for myself, but I'm also like working. You know what I'm saying? I'm making money by helping do some other shit, but I also get that time to like think about what I really want to do. You know?
Right.
Rather than like it occupying my mind for 8 hours, and then I'm fucking get home and I'm like, well, what do I do?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No. Fucking time management, man. If I could pause it and I could frame it and I could just fucking slow it down, I totally would. But like, you know, shit just never works out the way I want it. You know what I mean?
And it's like the older we get, the fucking faster the time goes by. You know what I'm saying?
And it's fucked because every person lives for the weekend. You know, we're working until our days off.
Yeah.
You know, like time is shorter on the days we work. Time, everything.
Facts.
And like, time is the most precious thing. It's cliche as fuck, but it's because it's never coming. And like I've been learning recently that to live more in the moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like just because like just
find something to enjoy out of everything you do.
And you can't plan for tomorrow. You can't go, I'm gonna do this. Tomorrow never comes, man. Like every day you wake up, it's fucking today. It's not tomorrow. Tomorrow's never gonna come.
Yeah, I don't like making plans because, you know, they never go according to plans. So you kind of just, if you just wing it as you go, shit'll happen.
Yeah.
Shit will happen.
Shit will.
And then you won't be disappointed because you got your hopes up for this specific thing to happen a certain way, and then it doesn't happen that way.
I feel like you're definitely like MJ in that sense. Mary Jane.
Oh, yeah.
Not Mary Jane, but MJ from Spider-Man.
No, yeah.
Definitely that fucking. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it.
You don't agree with not getting your hopes up?
Yeah, expect the worst so that you're not surprised by it. That's pretty much what she said.
But that just makes you
plan for the worst. Yeah.
If you plan for the best, then you're not as like happy when you get there, you know? Because it's like, but I already knew this was gonna happen, you know? It's like,
no, but it is better that way though, because it feels more accomplishing.
Well, yeah, but like,
because how are you supposed to get somewhere if you can't even see yourself doing it?
Well, obviously you hope for the best, but plan for the worst. So always have that backup plan just in case,
Fuck
shit.
the backup. Do you have a backup plan?
I'd like to say so.
What's your backup right now? Like to work, like if say the only reason this stops is if I die. So I died. What's the fucking ET Homegrown is the fucking path. Like that's gonna work. So how do you see a plan B? There is no plan B. This is the career.
Well, yeah, but there's also gonna be other things I'm doing. This is not my only plan,
Yeah.
Like if this plan falls out, I still have other motions going,
Mm-hmm.
So
See, but that's the cool thing about even if a podcast loses flame or even if a show dies down, the company itself is still going to have assets and worth to it because of everything else we do, which is talent management, producing, production. We're fucking promoting. We're also the other word with a P, publishing.
So I think we need to develop more skills. You know what I'm saying?
As people?
Because, the more skills we have, the more universal we are. And the more universal we are, the more we can get looks from different directions.
Well, see, we're in a game of need to know people. So, really, it's just about selling ourselves, in the career we want. You have to make it so that people want to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how we have to be around in this world if we're going to get far in this career. Because the only way that we can do what we want to do is if we have the connections to put on the people that we want to put on.
Exactly.
Especially for the entertainment company we're trying to build.
Mm-hmm.
We have to know venue promoters. We need to know fucking tour managers. We need to know all these people just so that when we do get an artist, we have A, B, C, D, E planned already. And we got people to do it, So it's the game that we're in, it's our skill is talking. Self-talk needs to be amazing. You need to be talking yourself up all the time.
You can never have too many skills, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, no.
And if you have more skills, you have more to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You have more hobbies, you have more...
when I dropped that shirt off to Seth, bro, shout out Seth if you're watching this, man. But when I dropped it off to him, he was we talked there for probably about an hour, just business work and... him doing his designs, us doing ours. It's always fucking people who are doing shit that are gonna transcend you. And when I meet someone like him, that's what inspires me to keep going. It's when he's bro, I fucking love your shit. It's dope. And he was telling me he'll always remember how I drove it out. He really appreciated it and stuff like that. And I was of course, man.
Just them little things,
And it's that's what I'm gonna remember. When I'm sitting in my fucking office with a glass desk around me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna remember that time I took that shirt because that was a stepping stone to get this office, get this car, to get that house, to get that fucking merch sale, studio, whatever the case.
Every time I pull up to fucking sell a shirt in my car, I'm fucking one day, selling these shirts will lead to a better car.
Yeah.
I'll be pulling up on motherfuckers in a better car.
Yeah. Be fucking Lil Yachty at the end of Too High.
Yeah.
Yeah, pull up.
How High too.
How High too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Too High is a different movie.
So's How High too from the first one, so might as well just fucking give it a different name.
Let me step you into this segment I got, and it's called Answering the Unanswerable with Tony Pierce.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to answer it too.
No, this is just you, and then me. Of course. Okay. So the question is, if the universe was let me just explain this segment real quick. So
I'm gonna answer this 100%. Just
no,
I know the answer already.
All right, and fucking A. Let's just cut it. Here we go. Let me show you guys this new fucking segment we got called Answering the Unanswerable with my boy Tony Pizzle.
Right.
And this segment is questions I pulled out the internet that they say are unanswerable, and Tony's going to give it his best guess. And then I will give it a try.
Not even going to be a guess. Just as soon as he asks, I'm going to tell him exactly how it goes.
So this week's question of Answering the Unanswerable is, if the universe was created by a big bang, then what came before?
A different universe.
Okay.
And it was at the end of its
lifespan.
Yeah. So one
day,
day
the universe died.
One day this universe is gonna get so fucking far, and then it's just gonna fucking create a big bang, and it's all gonna start over again.
So do you think it happens in a different universe, or it's just the same universe re-going?
Well, I mean, obviously it's a different universe, but it was similar. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it was similar to this. It got as far as it fucking could, and then something happened. Big bang, boom, restarted, fresh slate.
Fresh slate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now that answer very solid. I don't have another one. I don't have one because if you give me that, what am I supposed to say? That's good.
Yeah.
It's very true. So,
it is true. 100%.
Yeah. Why don't you give us a movie? I'll give us a movie and we can send these people out, huh? Gotta get you out of here anyway. You got shit to do.
My movie is The Chronicle.
Oh, yeah. No, you said that last week, eh?
I don't know if... I think I just told you about it off camera because I don't think we did a movie last week.
Yeah, we did. Well, I be flying out to do movies very often. So.
Well, you want another movie?
Yeah.
All right.
Give me two.
The first Jackass. Because I watched it recently. And they're
good.
about to make another one.
It's out.
Jackass Forever.
It's out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to watch that at work tonight.
Fun fact, did you know that Steve-O has a fucking comedy special?
A comedy special, or he goes on tour?
He has a comedy special.
Like
a comedy special.
Like on Netflix?
Like, not on Netflix, but like that kind.
Yeah.
He sells it on his own website for streaming for $9.99. It's hilarious. I haven't seen it, but I've only heard good things.
Really?
And what's cool about it though is that he's done it kind of like Jackass, where all of his bits have a video to it. So he'll do the bit, and as the bit's going, the video's playing, or after. I don't recall how it goes. But
see, I'm curious on how his tours go.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Yeah, because people like for the longest time, people didn't accept him as a comedian. But then he really like earned his spot. Like he's like, nah, I'm doing this shit.
I mean, he's a fucking legend now.
Yeah,
you know?
He's fucking.
And like watching old videos of him is crazy.
You know he has no teeth.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, they're all fake.
Did a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking stapled his nutsack to his leg.
That's not cool ever.
He put a fucking fish hook through his mouth and jumped in the fucking.
I wonder if he can have kids. I bet he's fucking.
No, he got neutered.
Vasectomy.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your movie of the week?
All right. So my movie of the week.
It could be a show too, because we're not gonna do both.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Have I said Ozarks?
No, you haven't.
Show.
It is a great show. Shout out my guy Marty Bird.
Fucking Marty.
And what's his son's name?
Dude.
Because he's a pimp.
I don't know yet, but something Bird.
He's pushing P. I'll tell you what. Speaking of pushing P, make sure you push that subscribe button, that like button, and push that comment button with a bunch of keys after it to leave a comment.
And if you haven't, please make sure to have a good day. Also, buy a shirt at ET Homegrown on Snapchat, ET Homegrown Pod on Instagram, and ET Homegrown wherever you look up shit. Just look up ET Homegrown. You'll find it.
Appreciate y'all.
Buy a shirt.
Go follow our Twitter or something.
Yeah, do that all. And then, to all, a good night. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, yeah.